So into the red corner, Subhan MAMEDOV, just 19 years of age, part of an 11-strong Azerbaijan boxing team. In the blue corner is Mehron SHAFIEV. Very good performance in the round of 32 to stop Joey Konoy of the Philippines in the third round from MAMEDOV. Calm, sharp-shooting variety. As for Mehron SHAFIEV, he received a bye in the round of 32, so this is opening bout of the tournament on day 5 of Dubai 2025.
Round 1.
This is action from the 48-kilogram minimum weight division. It's a contest between boxers from Azerbaijan and Tajikistan. The taller figure, wearing red, is Subhan MAMEDOV. And his opponent, wearing blue, is Mehron SHAFIEV, competing in his second consecutive World Boxing Championships, having fought in Tashkent 2 years ago. He's also ringside, well, at that event and at the Asian Games in Hangzhou, where he competed later on that year. Had a bye in the round of 32 here. Did Mehron SHAFIEV. As for Subhan MAMEDOV, the taller figure, takes a good left hand to the body there. SHAFIEV not showing any signs of ring rust as he's trying to close the gap against his taller opponent and get to work with arcing punches on the inside. Half cover guard being adopted by MAMEDOV. MAMEDOV just finding himself a little inconvenienced on the ropes. It's a long, lean torso he's got to try and cover up behind the forearms and the chin behind the shoulder. And he's got this bobbing, weaving, bustling figure in front of him, seeking to walk him down. It was a body shot that was ultimately the finishing blow for MAMEDOV in his first round victory at the round of 32 over Joey Konoy. A very patient display here in Ring B. Countered effectively by a left jab. He went for the right cross, was inaccurate. And after he was made to miss, he was made to pay with a terrific left jab from SHAFIEV. Solid left jab on the resumption once again, and even though he's the more compact boxer, SHAFIEV doing an outstanding job through this portion of the round of illustrating that the jab is about timing, not necessarily length of arm or reach. So many boxers throughout history have been, so many great jabbers have been shorter than their opponents, but have beaten them to the jab with consistency. Emil Griffith was practically shorter than every opponent he faced, particularly at middleweight, as SHAFIEV scores with a jab once again, but he would consistently out-jab his opponents. Mike Tyson, who was a 5'10" 3/4" heavyweight, possessed a sensational jab when he was on the ascent to the title and in the early years of his championship reign. SHAFIEV is using that lead left stick to terrific effect as he dips beneath the incoming fire and is pinning MAMEDOV on the ropes once again. Nice counter shot off the back foot from MAMEDOV, but I think he's been out-hustled during the course of that opening round. How will the 5 scoring judges see it? So he's eschewing the stool. Here's MAMEDOV. Again, to me, that was almost the contest or the round in miniature. I think the man in blue did the better work overall. And just found his distance more effectively with a little more consistency. But all of the judges see it the other way. It's a clean sweep of the cards in favor of Subhan MAMEDOV. 10-9 verdicts returned for all 5 of the scoring judges.
Seconds out. Round 2.
So we move into the second round, and one wonders what type of adaptive strategy can SHAFIEV bring now, because again, he's trying to swarm his way forward and get to work with his own punches, particularly at short and mid-range. But you see, that for me has been the issue for MAMEDOV tonight. Both men smothering their work on the inside. But I'm not sure MAMEDOV has found his distance with any consistency. Spins off the line effectively, but finding SHAFIEV in his chest once again. There he ran him into a terrific shot as he was looking to bulldoze his way in close. Nice double left hand from MAMEDOV. Spins out of, or dips out of the corner nicely. Now this is where SHAFIEV has got to get busy, surely. He's the man more ideally suited for this type of work on the inside. But he wasn't able to get those hands free and work up close. Leaping left hook not too far away. MAMEDOV keen to show the referee that it's not him doing the holding. So SHAFIEV perhaps guilty of loading up a little bit too much here. Counter left hand not too far away from MAMEDOV. Beautiful double left hand again, body then head from MAMEDOV. And SHAFIEV, whose jab was, for my money, so effective in the opening round, seems to have neglected it a little bit here. Leaping in with hooks and trying to land with punches. There he does get back to the jab, but he's out of range. Well, he's continuing to pursue his man. Wasn't too far away with a left hook there, SHAFIEV. He's turned southpaw now. So SHAFIEV presenting a different look, dropping his hands, trying to lure his man in. Again, he's just perhaps guilty of smothering his own work when he gets up close, because surely if a man of this stature compared to MAMEDOV finds himself in that type of territory, working the body with bent arm shots, an uppercut through the middle should be the order of the day. There he's touched with a right cross he sought to get inside, and his timing has just eluded him a little bit here, so too is his distance, because he's long with the attempted punches. SHAFIEV, so keen is he to get back into the mix. Bit of an untidy round, that one. But I think it's the man in red who has done it, or done the better work to take it. Remember, he took the first unanimously, where I thought the man in blue was perhaps a touch unlucky, but that's just how I saw it from my position here ringside. And I don't think that, well, if anything, SHAFIEV was less effective running onto shots like that, while his jab seemed to be neglected. He was going in search of arcing punches that allowed MAMEDOV to shoot down the middle. So the second round completed, and both of them scored unanimously in favor of the man in red.
Seconds out. Round 2.
So as we move into the third and final round, Mehron SHAFIEV needs a massive final 3 minutes here. And he's going about it in determined fashion, trying to secure it. But his accuracy really was lacking in the second round, and there he's starting to resort to roughhouse tactics, pushing his man backwards into the ropes. So Subhan MAMEDOV can avoid to enter bout management mode here now. Still, SHAFIEV continues to come. Absolutely nothing wrong with his intensity and his desire. Perhaps there has to be a little more planning behind his intended attacks, because he's just seeking to walk into the front foot door. There he's bobbing and weaving his way into range, but not setting anything up with the jab, and the hooks are invariably falling short. Whereas in the first round, from my ringside commentary position here, I thought his jab served him very well indeed. But we haven't seen that. There it is, right on cue, and it was a scoring shot from MAMEDOV. Excuse me, from SHAFIEV against MAMEDOV. So final 30 seconds of the contest, and a jab is an effective shot once again. I really can't and down to the body, I really can't understand why he neglected it to the extent that he did in the second round. Perhaps he was discouraged, but what appeared to be good use of the jab wasn't rewarded in the opening round, where he conceded it unanimously. And now he's up close, just suffocating his own work a little bit. Here's SHAFIEV. But he's used the jab really well, but it was practically non-existent during the course of the second round. Another scoring jab on an upward trajectory from SHAFIEV, and he doesn't want to accept this clinch here. He needs to get his hands loose and work the man downstairs. So MAMEDOV up on his toes. Using the space of the ring very effectively. He's clocked up an awful lot of mileage up there in the boxing ring. Nice left jab from MAMEDOV off the back foot. Well, he really is continuing to go for it. SHAFIEV. And that concludes the contest. Much better performance in the third round from SHAFIEV compared to the second. Again, I thought he was rather unfortunate not to take anything from the first, but given the way things have unfolded here, I think it's going to be a unanimous point decision victory in favor of the man in red.
Ladies and gentlemen, on Ring B, your winner by unanimous decision. In the red corner, representing Azerbaijan, Subhan MAMEDOV.
So Subhan MAMEDOV of Azerbaijan, a unanimous point decision victor in the 48 kilogram minimum weight division. And he goes through to the quarter-final stage, where he will face off against Shadirjan Merakuziev of Uzbekistan. And this is how he got there. Walked his man onto some very effective punches. As for SHAFIEV, he never stopped competing, never stopped trying. His accuracy letting him down, particularly in the second round. And it's MAMEDOV who goes through.